Okay, we're in Delft. This city is beautiful. We're actually always bummed every morning. We go get our coffee and we're pretty bummed that we have to leave to go visit the other cities because this is like your ideal, charming, beautiful, beautiful Dutch city. Okay, so we're starting off at the WARENMARKT. This is their Saturday market here in the central square in town. Let's check it out. Wow, they've got tons of produce out here. Oh, look, even Dutch strawberries. Look how small they are. How cute. All kinds of breads, flatbreads, loaves. These pastries over here smell really good. And I think I see a sausage roll. Let's check it out. Sausage? Yes. Okay, can I have one, please? Thank you. It's amazing how this small city has this huge market every Saturday. Okay, so this is called a sausage broodje, which I think means sausage in bread. Oh, it's nice and warm. Oh man, it's so crispy and flaky, beautifully browned. Oh, that's gonna be tasty. Got sausage from top to bottom. So it's not like empty, not too much pastry leaf. That's really good. Originating not far from here in the Dutch town of Gouda, this semi-hard cheese is world-renowned for its mild, creamy, and slightly sweet flavor. Ah, dankjewel. Oh my gosh, it's so much more soft. Oh, it's melting your mouth. Soft, sharp. It has just a lovely tanginess to it. Ooh, it's even got a little bit of a spiciness to it. Almost like a light pepperiness to the cheese flavor. That's wonderful. On a piece of bread, oh my God. Meat and cheese shops like this one call me in every time. Places like this always make me so jealous. I mean, look at all these meats and cheeses. I digress. Back outside to try those cute little strawberries. They're so ripe. Sweet, tangy. I mean, it's got all the strawberry flavor packed in such a small berry. Okay, so it looks like the market now cuts and makes a right. And they have right here, first thing is a fruit stand and a fish stand. It's crazy how they get all these trucks in here. They must start at like 3, 4 in the morning. There's no sign of this throughout the week. Whatever you do in the Netherlands, stop at a fish stand like this one. Bustling with hungry customers lining up for kibbeling. Kibbeling. Deep fried pieces of white fish, usually cod, served with a dipping sauce. They fry these fresh to order. Wow. Imagine what you would pay for this in a restaurant. This was €9, this whole thing. Okay, I'm gonna just go for this one right here. That fell in the sauce. This is it's in a garlic sauce. This batter is different from the fish shop we went to in The Hague. This one's it seems like a thinner batter. Oh, that fish is so flaky. Look at that flaky chunk of fish. Still hot. They're not greasy, not heavy. Flaky cod in the batter. Honestly, it doesn't even need the sauce. The lemon juice. These are like small little smelt fish. Oh man, the breading. They're so crispy, but they're soft in the inside. You can't even taste the bones. Wow, that is delicious. Still super hot. They are not messing around in there. Everything is moving so fast. The line seems long, but they're getting everybody in and out so efficiently, and everything is so fresh.
The food portion of this market seems to go on for blocks. Stand after stand of fresh produce, meats, and you guessed it, more cheese. Even plants, what I'd do to take this fishtail palm home with me. We got really lucky. One weekend a year, Delft puts on Open Monument Day. They open the doors to several monuments to the public for free. The reenactors drew us into City Hall, still in use and immaculately preserved. It truly felt like going back in time.
Look at this old painting. This is what the square outside used to look like. And here's an old map of the original city of Delft.
Something to behold in Delft is the stunning Delftware. This tin-glazed earthenware originated in Delft as far back as the 16th century and is still highly prized around the world today.
I wonder if the church was built in like different phases, because it's got 1, 2, 3, 4 different styles. All right, this is the Blue Heart Brew. Let's go get some coffee. A cappuccino, please.
Cappuccino, medium.
Yes.
You take a seat.
Thank you. Do they have dog ice cream? Scoops and Winston's? Maybe not, no, but
Yeah. No?
I think it's people ice cream, but I'm sure your dog will eat it. We also have some chocolate pralines here too.
There's no shortage of quality coffee shops here. Time for an afternoon jolt.
It looks so good. It's so nice and hot. Oh, this is what I needed right now. Perfection. Wow, 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 look at this church. And the ceiling, it looks like the inside of a ship. It looks like maybe another museum. Is this the Vermeer Museum? So the artist Vermeer, who this is one of his most famous paintings, he is from Delft. Look at the tiles. These are original tiles from the 17th or 18th century. Beautiful. Oh yeah, look, it's a real tile. You can put it in as a motif on your wall. It's a tulip vase. Look at this scene right here, just looking out the window.
Okay, time to work on my rather shaky wrapping skills.
So we got a couple gifts here for our moms. So they have a self-wrapping station. Oh, dankjewel. That was so fun. I've never had so much fun in a gift shop before.
The open air market continues. These next couple blocks are dedicated to antiques and houseware. I'm usually good about not buying souvenirs, but I had to make an exception for this cute little Delft pinch decanter.
Dordrecht, Holland. Wow, okay, we're going with this one. It's almost like shopping for vinyls, these tiles. You can just look through hundreds of tiles. Every vendor has their own collection. War helmets, soldiers' helmets. Dankjewel. It never ends, you guys, it never ends. And look at the canal, you see all the green? That's not algae. That's a type of, almost like a tiny, tiny lily that grows on the surface of the bodies of water. Okay, now it feels like I'm in Shrek with the little pipe thing playing, the little pipe organ, yes.
Part of Open Monumental Day, and
We were invited into the next monument, an old 13th century cellar currently used by a student group. We caught a set by this killer band.
Whoa. I think they said this was a student association and it's kind of like a little, like a hangout. You got a really cool space down there.
Time for lunch. Banh Mi Ben totally caught me by surprise. Look at this menu.
We got the Banh Mi special, so the number 5 original deluxe. It'll have the Vietnamese pate, sausage, roasted pork, and a fried egg. That's what makes it the special. Mmm. Mmm. Mmm, mmm, mmm. Oh yeah. Oh man. I love when you take that first bite of a banh mi and you taste that marinade where the carrots and stuff have been pickled in. A little bit sweet, a little bit of fish sauce flavor. Oh man, so fresh. Very, very fresh. Everything, all the vegetables are crunchy and the meat is delicious, nice and fresh pork belly. Let me get one bite here that's gonna be right into that egg. You can see some of the pork belly here. Thin slice. Mmm. Whoa. Mmm. That really takes it to the next level. A fried egg in there. The egg is cooked over hard, so it's not dripping out of the sandwich. Mmm. Those vegetable toppings are so fresh. This is a great, great banh mi sandwich. So random too, we just walked out and there's a banh mi stall. Like, who would have thought? Once again, it's the proper bread and proper consistency for a sandwich like this. It's really crispy on the outside, but it's soft and doughy inside the meat of the bread. So it's really easy to eat. It doesn't, the baguette is not so hard that it becomes difficult to eat the sandwich. This is a perfect, perfect sandwich.
We follow the blue flags to the next open monument. This one's set in a brewery above a recently discovered 14th century beer cellar. More on that in a bit.
This beer garden is beautiful. Sitting under a tree, surrounded by buildings. The church is across. Oh, it smells so good. Ooh, it's like fruity, malty. I never drink blonde ales back home. I usually stick to pale ales. Since I've been in Belgium and the Netherlands, I've pretty much only stuck to the blondes. They are so flavorful, not too strong in the alcohol, but you definitely feel like you're drinking a beer. Yeah, that's the one. It has a beautiful, fruity, slight maltiness to it. Just a great all-around beer.
What better to go with Belgian beer than Bitterballen, shrimp croquettes, and mini cheese soufflés? I mean,
I believe this is the Bitterballen, the traditional Dutch fritter. I'm gonna take a bite before I dip it in any of the sauces. Mmm. Well, mmm. It's like a creamy, potatoey bechamel. Maybe it's got some bacon in there. Definitely lots of herbs, tons of flavor, and really crispy. Mmm, that's delicious fritter. Yeah, it's definitely got to be a bechamel. And I think it's maybe bacon in there, some kind of meat. Let's try this sauce. This looks like a mustard curry type of sauce. Mmm. Mmm. A honey mustard, but light on the sweetness, and it's made with whole grain mustard. Probably a little bit of mayonnaise. It is really, really good sauce. Wow, that bitterballen was amazing. Okay, let's try this one. I believe this is the shrimp croquette. Look at the color on that. Beautiful golden brown. Mmm. Mmm, mmm, mmm. You can see a little bit of the shrimp in there, and it's piping hot. A little pink sauce here. I think it's like a cocktail mayo. Mmm. Oh man. Right out of the fryer, still melty and hot inside. They don't, just because this is a brewery, it doesn't rest on its laurels that the food is meh. This food is great on its own. Oh man, what a combo. All right, let's try this ravioli here. I don't know what's inside the ravioli, so we'll find out. Ooh, pass. Cheese, delicious. Super cheesy ravioli. Look at this sauce, it's like a jelly jam. Maybe like an apricot jam. That would be a really good combination with the cheese, so. Mmm. It's not apricot. What flavor is that? Whoa. I'm getting like a strong herbal flavor. Is it like a mustard jam? Oh, it's a curry sauce. It's a curry sauce. Once you come into the brewery and there's actually a basement level that's open. It's like an old historic part of the brew house. Let's see if we can find out what it is.
This is unreal. Let me tell you about it.
Please, yes.
We actually have a pub down on the other side of the square. Now we have a small pub.
Okay.
We've been there for years and years. And this used to be a Greek restaurant, and there was no cellar. It was all floor like this, going with the stairs. No one knew anything about the cellar. So the Greek restaurant came up for sale, so we decided to buy it. There was a small leakage behind the bar, so we wanted to dig up the leakage stuff, but we didn't find any pipes. We found this. Yeah, so no more diggers, no machinery. Archaeologists have to come in. So we first found this, like an old kitchen, but obviously a cellar like this had a lot of different functions throughout the years. Because this is from around 1320, 1330, 14th century, ages ago. So it has been a small kitchen. Over there we found an old safe. Nothing in it.
Nothing in it. Oh.
This place was used for burning stuff. We didn't know at the time what they were burning, but they found old stuff here that was a burning place. And this around the corner is really interesting because around 1500, 1600, Catholicism wasn't allowed in Holland. Only the Protestant religion was allowed. So they used to have like a small secret church in here. So there's a way there up to the square, so people could come in here. And in this little area, they had like a Mother Mary statue. So people could have their religion in here in secret. And the cool thing about it is the sides of the stairway are decorated with Delftse blue tiles on the sides. But there was one here, it was kind of loose, so we took it off.
Oh,
There's a picture of an elephant. Hundreds and hundreds of years ago, who in the city of Delft had seen an elephant?
Right.
Yeah.
So it means that the person that lived there was probably very rich or very well traveled around the world. So all these hints bring us to what we now know about this cellar. The burning place around the corner, where they kind of burn things, we think we found grains that they used for beer. Also, the walkway through here, the passage between the old and the new cellar, is way too wide for that time. The barrels of beer, they had to roll them down to the canal, where the ships would wait, load them in, and bring them along. And as very last thing, you can see it at the front door, there's a bit of exposition, we have it there in the window. We found, I don't know the English word for it, but like a little earpiece of like a beer mug.
Oh, like a handle.
Yeah. yeah.
Ah.
This is from a beer mug from 1260 or 1280. Wow. So that all concluding together, this was a brewery.
Amazing. Wow.
Yeah. So we
Wow.
decided to keep the old brewery, but build a new one on top and actually brew beer. That's beautiful.
Wow.
That's amazing.
What an incredible story. This is awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you.
All right. Thanks very much.
Are you the head brewer?
I'm not, no,
Oh,
nothing to
okay.
do with the brewery.
Oh, okay. I just saw your shirt, so I thought. All right, bye, guys. Wow. Okay, so this is also because they're celebrating their 5-year anniversary. So we thought we were walking into like a private party or something, but no, they're just celebrating their 5 years in business. I was expecting a much smaller market, not all the vintage and trinket stands. I was expecting pretty much the food farmers market and maybe just one aisle. Not expecting that it was going to be so dense and extend around a few blocks. Okay, so we're in the Van MEERTEN house. This is the house of a very rich man who once lived here. When he died, the house was opened up as a museum with all of his belongings still in here. And it's one of those museums you can actually like touch and get a feel for everything. He wasn't very tall, was he? The view you have. Bring out my elephant. Korean fast food. We came here last night when we got back from Amsterdam. Delicious. We got the chicken doner, and it was just so good. Went right to sleep. All right, we're gonna head to the house to drop off our souvenirs, hit a little reset, and then probably come back out.
Dinner tonight is on the charming shopping street of Bergwall. The place is dimly lit and lively with locals. I'm starting with a cocktail, one I don't normally get, but hey, when in Delft?
It's like a Freddo espresso, martini, the coffee, the sweetness. I think I've only had like one espresso martini in my whole life, but I see what the craze is. It really is a delicious cocktail. So we came to dinner at De Beierd, a restaurant, but it's also kind of like, the vibe is like a pub, but they really have some nice dishes based on their menu. Most of the restaurants out here require a reservation, or it's highly recommended because they usually, once they book up with reservations, they don't allow walk-ins. But thankfully they had a table for us in here, so we walked in, they were super nice.
I just can't pass up on the charcuterie here, and I also opted for the Dutch fish soup, which turned out to be packed with flavor.
You get like an aroma of like seafood, shrimp, fish, and it looks like there's like a lovely herb oil drizzled on top. That's so pretty. Oh, wow. It's like a light fish bisque. It has that creaminess, but not as heavy as your traditional bisque. Wow. That's incredible. You can taste that broth, the bouillon of the fish. The stock has been made with the shells of the shrimp. You can really just taste that depth of flavor in there. Oh, man. We've been eating a lot of street food the last few days. Kind of wanted something more fulfilling in flavor, more satisfying. This is exactly what I was looking for. This hearty, rich soup. So after going into that shop today and seeing all of the Dutch cheeses on the right and all the meats on the left, the staff slicing the meats right in front of you, I was like, I need to have some charcuterie before we leave here. This is a salami. Just gonna take a small bite. So fatty. Wow. It has a traditional salami flavor, but a little bit more fat added to it, so it gives it this big creaminess. It's almost like a sopressata, non-spicy sopressata. And these little guys are my favorite. I believe this is fouette. It contains lactose in it, so it has like this lovely flavor. It has a creaminess to it, very fatty, but a little bit drier of a salami. Or sausage, not a salami. Wow. So good. You usually see these being sold on the counters of the delis, just sitting there on top, and you take them home and slice them yourself. Such a treat. Oh, this one is dark. Wow, this looks like a Spanish ham. I'm curious what this is. I wonder if it's even ham or beef. Maybe it's like a venison or something. Much softer. It's almost like a carpaccio. It's very soft, not too smoky, delicious.
For the main course, we went big. A ribeye with house frites, grilled veggies, and a peppercorn sauce. Cooked mid-rare. I mean, look at that color. Perfect. And the frites, of course, scrumptious in this part of the world. And how could I pass on Belgian chocolates and red wine for dessert? Just the right ending to one of the best meals I've ever had. This morning, we're off to the nearby city of Rotterdam. But first, our morning ritual of coffee here in Delft. Delft really just doesn't want us to leave, does it? My goodness, they've mastered the chai latte here. How many have I had here by now? Andres' espresso was intense. We're gonna have us a day.
Whoa.
We were heading to the train station to get to Rotterdam when we noticed, you guessed it, another outdoor market setting up.
This wasn't the plan, but you gotta just go with the flow, and this is the flow. Delft doesn't want us to leave. Oh, look at the onions being sauteed. Oh, that's my favorite.
Markets like this give you a true sense of the food culture in the Netherlands. This nameless stall makes sandwiches using ham raised and produced in monasteries.
Thank you. Oh, look at the sandwich. It looks like it's got a little bit of that sweet kind of mustard sauce on there. The onions, some arugula. Oh, what a perfect sandwich. Whoa. So simple, so perfect. That arugula is such a nice little vegetal bite, and it has a little bit of that pepperiness to add to this ham. This ham so thinly sliced, perfectly put into the sandwich. It's not heavy, so thin, and the onions are cooked perfectly because they've been sauteed. They've got a little bit of softness, but mostly still crunchy. Oh, then that mustard sauce. Wow. The slightest hint of sweetness. And I just can't get over the ham. Oh man. They're shaving the meat right there to order. She's shaving it as they go. So it's always fresh. Oops. We're gonna walk and talk and get away from the bees. Wow. Pan de bono. Spanish tortilla. Wow, they have, this is a Latin truck. That's awesome. There's a DJ setting up. Just vibes all the time. I'm so happy. This morning, we got up, walked over to a coffee shop. I had a dirty chai latte. It was amazing. It was like a masala chai. It wasn't very sweet. You can tell they brew that chai on their own in-house because it has a very natural flavor, no artificialness to it. We just sat there by the window, walked outside, and then just noticed this market being built. Listen, hey, let's walk to the market. Let's check it out. Walk through the aisles, got a couple vintage stickers that we found, and then had a ham sandwich from local Dutch ham, made and produced in a monastery. Like, I would advise, guys, whether you're staying in Delft or in another city in the Netherlands, keep your schedule flexible, because from here to Rotterdam is our goal today, right? But it's only a 15-minute train ride, and the trains run all day long. So you're really not having to be at the train station for a specific, you know, leave time, because there's like 4 or 5 trains an hour to almost every city in the Netherlands. So keep your schedule flexible so that if you run into things like this, you can enjoy them for about an hour and then continue on with your day. Wow, look at this, the sun shining. Wow.
Our last day in Delft. For real this time. We have just enough time to pop into one more open monument before heading to the train. This one's the home of famous 19th century Dutch artist Paul Tatar van Alphen. It was so surreal to walk through his studio, made to look as if he was just there painting this morning. Incredible. It's our last morning here in Delft. We just checked out of the apartment hotel. So we came to this coffee shop slash co-working slash study place. It's called the Social Hub, and it's right across from the train station. Right when you walk in, there's a coffee shop. It's called Stack. And it looks like they also have a restaurant here, but their coffee's delicious. I'm having another chai latte. The chai latte, or dirty chai. The dirty chais here are so good. I had one yesterday and I'm like still craving it. I think this side is called New Delft, where like a lot of new buildings are being built. I guess I should mention that Delft houses a major university, so there are a lot of college students all around, but you can really feel that throughout the city. I feel like as old, quaint, and charming as the city is, there's still a very much vibrant energy here because you have all of the college students. You have a lot of public places where you can hang out like this, like the social club. The city is definitely not divided between students and then the rest of the population, so it's all very much integrated, and I think that's what really makes it so fun. If you come to the Netherlands, I highly recommend staying here. You gotta either come to Delft or really make it your base while you're here. Rotterdam was a 15-minute train ride. The Hague was also 15 minutes. Amsterdam was less than an hour. I would say probably anytime I'm ever back in the Netherlands, Delft will be our home base. So we're gonna be putting out videos for all the cities we've visited. So make sure you check out everything that we put out for the Netherlands and everything we put out for Belgium. And I'll see you guys on the next one.